Live from clickorlando.com, News 6 Plus, and WKMG. We're getting results in your neighborhood now at 6:30 p.m.
Now at 6:30, a woman accused of letting her boyfriend die inside a zipped-up suitcase 4 years ago is just now having her case heard before a jury. Sarah Boone is charged with second-degree murder. Good evening. This is News 6 at 6:30. I'm Ginger Gadsden. Justin is off tonight. Testimony began today in the trial. News 6's Laverne McGee is in Orange County, walking us through day one.
Court wrapped up just before 5 o'clock today. The jury heard from several witnesses and saw alarming body cam footage.
I fell asleep.
Where was the suitcase?
Right where it is.
Right down there?
Yes.
You zipped him in there?
Yes.
Thought it would be funny a little bit?
It was. We both were laughing about it.
Okay.
And then I fell asleep.
Where did you fall asleep at?
Upstairs.
In your bedroom?
Yes.
Okay.
Totally forgetting that he was in the suitcase gone.
Okay.
This is just part of the body cam footage that was shown in court today. Deputy Sheriff Kayla Rodriguez arrives on the scene and talks to Sarah, who appears frantic. Boone is trying to explain she was sleeping and is upset. News 6 has been following this story from the start. 46-year-old Sarah Boone is charged with second-degree murder in the 2020 death of her then 42-year-old boyfriend, George Torres Jr. She's accused of convincing her boyfriend to get inside a suitcase at a home in Florida, then zipping it shut and refusing to let him out. When she opened the suitcase the next morning, he was dead. The prosecution's opening statement was delivered by Assistant State Attorney William J. He claims she killed him because she decided he deserved to die. Boone's attorney alleges Torres abused Boone throughout their 3-year relationship. Several other witnesses took the stand, including her ex-husband. The two of them have a 14-year-old son. He says he spoke to her on the phone after she found him dead.
And when you actually got in touch with her, what did she tell you on the phone?
That George was dead, and if I would come over.
Did she say what happened to him?
I don't remember if she told me then on the phone or when I got there, but she told me they had been playing hide and seek and that she fell asleep.
What did you advise her to do?
I told her she needed to call 911 and that I would come over as soon as I could.
The jury is expected to hear from more witnesses when court resumes. Reporting in Orange County, Laverne McGee, Getting Results, News 6.
And you can keep up with this trial even when we are not on the air. You can do it by going to clickorlando.com. If you have our app, we'll send you an alert when you can watch it live. The app is free in your app store. Search WKMG. Cleanup and recovery efforts after Hurricane Milton are heading into their second weekend. Some areas like DeLand and much of Volusia County have a lot of work ahead of them. That's why students and staff at schools across the county are stepping up to help those whose homes were severely damaged. News 6's Jarrell Baker tells us why supporting their community means everything to these students and how you can help.
Water, food, clothes, and more. Students in Volusia County have been collecting all of these items since Monday.
Do you know how many clothes that you've sorted since?
A lot. I'm not sure how much, but I know it's a lot.
Yeah, it looks like a lot. To help out students and families in the district impacted by Hurricane Milton.
Do you know anybody that was impacted by the storm?
So I'm a swimmer, and one of my swim teammates, she actually, a tree fell on her house. So it took her a little bit to recover from that, but she's doing all right now.
I do know one. His friend, his name's Taylor. He had a little flooding in his house because he lives a little low.
Jose Estevez and Kel Decker are just two of the students in the DeLand High School leadership class helping to sort all of the donations.
It means a lot to me, honestly. I've never really been in a situation like this where I just get to really dig into my community and help, and I love doing it.
The students say that flooding in several areas across the county caused families to lose their clothing and other resources they need to survive.
During the hurricanes, everything sells out quick, water, toilet paper, all that stuff. So the more that we can give to people, the better, because people are struggling with those supplies right now.
I think we should move kids over here, because this is all like kids' clothes.
All right, you can move it over there, yeah, that sounds good.
You got a lot of stuff right now. What more do you all need to help out people?
I think they're looking more for, we're good on clothes, I think they're looking more for toiletries and food items, non-perishable food items. Just because that's the easiest thing that the people can use if they still don't have power, if they're still in a situation where maybe they're not in their home and they're in a different location, stuff that they need right now to help them out.
Volusia County school officials say that you can drop off and donate items at any high school in the district. They plan on wrapping up their donation drive next Friday. However, they will accept items afterwards. In Volusia County, Jarrell Baker, Getting Results, News 6.
Tonight, a kangaroo is on the loose in Central Florida. You heard right, a kangaroo. Volusia County authorities say the marsupial escaped from a property near Pearson. News 6 investigator Mike DeForest explains how it got out.
Over the last 24 hours, there have been several sightings of that kangaroo bouncing through this community here, but at last check, it still had not been caught.
Bro, that's a kangaroo out here in Florida, bro. A wild kangaroo, bro.
A group of friends were driving down a rural road near Pearson when they encountered an unexpected creature.
What the Right there in the middle of the road, that's a kangaroo, man, I swear to God.
And I was like, well, I use a lot of cuss words in the video, but I was like, well, what is this? And we just started taking videos, and it turned out to be a kangaroo. And
Tyler Fowler says he and his friends did not see where the kangaroo came from.
Bro, why is there a kangaroo out here, nigga?
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
I don't know, dude, he's right there.
So you see this kangaroo, and he's just chilling out on the street?
yeah, he's just sitting there chilling and just minding his own business, I guess you would say. Lost.
The Volusia County Sheriff's Office says the kangaroo lived on a property nearby and may have escaped from its enclosure when a bear tried getting inside. It was last seen bouncing through a field off Buckles Road. People who own kangaroos here in Florida must have a state license. We don't know anything yet about the owner of this particular kangaroo. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission is aware of the escape. Mike DeForest, News 6.
All right, so I'm joined now by the pride of Pearson, Samara.
No, that's Chipper Jones.
You're from that area. This has to, and it's not a very big place. This has to be the talk of the town.
Oh, absolutely. I can guarantee it is, because never in my lifetime growing up in Pearson did I ever encounter a kangaroo, or did we have a kangaroo story. The town is about a little over 1,300 people.
Yeah.
So,
how many text messages have you responded to today about this story?
Nothing, but I did text my Aunt Lenny, and I was asking her, I'm like, hey, who owns the kangaroo? Because I didn't even know there was one in Pearson. So
chances are you probably know someone who knows the person who owns that kangaroo.
They're probably related to somebody who might be related to me. You never know. That's how, you're right. That's how small
the story's going to end up it's your kangaroo.
It's not
if
my
we don't
kangaroo. I promise you.
It's not our kangaroo.
It's not
All
mine.
right, but we do have a forecast to talk about. It is going to be a glorious weekend. I know we were talking about the beach forecast. It's great if you want to stay on the sand, not go in the water.
Right, so hop around on the sand. We're going to hop to the forecast.
Yeah, go on.
Really, that is just a wild story to me.
It really is crazy.
It really is. But, you know, as we head into this weekend, I think everything is just going to continue to be absolutely stunning across Central Florida. Now, when we got up to 81 degrees today, not bad, about 3 degrees below average for this time of year. And we woke up at 63. That's also about 3 degrees below the average of 66 for this time of year. So not a bad setup. It is a little on the windy side as we look live from our Light Orlando Delivering Hope Together camera. You can see the beautiful sunset and the city beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Traffic is running pretty nicely too. So as we look at temperatures though, they've fallen out of the 80s. We got up to 81. Now we're at 77 in Orlando as well as Sanford and Melbourne. Good evening to you in Daytona Beach, checking in at 76. As I take you hour by hour, notice temperatures will continue to fall. So if you're headed out and about late tonight, it's still going to be breezy with that northeast wind anywhere between about 10 and 20 miles per hour, gusting a little bit stronger at times. So you may want a light jacket, but overall just a really comfortable, nice night, just a little on the windy side. So as we head into the weekend, of course, the wind is going to cause some problems along the coast. I'll be back with the coastal hazards to keep in mind, a look at the Bite-tober forecast, and I'm pinpointing just a little bit of rain hour by hour in the future track model. I have all those details and a look at the tropics coming up in a few minutes. Ginger.
All right, we'll see you soon, Samara. Thank you. All right, let's take a look now at what's trending right now on Central Florida's #1 news website, clickorlando.com. New data from the U.S. Census Bureau found nearly 1 million people moved to Florida last year, while half that number moved out. While the bulk of those people came from another country, we tracked down the states where most people came from. And you can find out where they came from by going to clickorlando.com. And here are some of the other top stories online right now. This one is still trending from last week. Dangerous Florida caterpillars are back in season. While they look furry and kind of cute, the pus caterpillars are actually covered in stiff spines attached to their poison glands in the bug's body, and they can cause severe pain if they bite you or if you pick them up. And finally, You can now pre-order new specialty license plates. They include options themed around places like Universal Orlando, the Villages, and even Margaritaville. Well, we still have more ahead coming up on News 6 at 6:30.
It just gives them a couple of minutes just to take their mind off of whatever medical diagnosis, whatever challenges that they're overcoming.
We're going to show you how these horses are being specially trained to get results in our hospitals. You're watching News 6 at 6:30 live on News 6 Plus. We're getting results in Castleberry, Melbourne, and all of Central Florida. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Your weekend evening traffic alert. With good weather comes lots of construction. So if you're traveling on 417, just make sure you're paying attention over the weekend. No major shutdowns, but there will be lane closures. We will see some closures out here along 429. They're really ramping this stuff up. So southbound, that could be closed overnight as you approach the turnpike, but it's a quick and easy detour. Again, I just need you to make sure that you're focused out there. I'm Trooper Steve with your News 6 traffic alert. Drive safely, and I'll catch you in the morning.
All right, let's take you outside for a look now over from our Daytona Toyota DeLand Kia camera. This is Main Street because Biketoberfest started yesterday, and you can see a lot of cars, a lot of bikers, a lot of people in town. This is one of the first weekends I can remember where we had Biketoberfest, and it is not raining, Samara.
Right. Typically, you know, the last few Biketoberfest that we have been dealing with rain. So I know a lot of people that come into town are looking forward to this beautiful forecast.
Yes. I mean, I live in town, and I'm still looking forward to it.
Right. Me too. Me too. Because it's just been a stretch of really nice weather. It's just given us a lot of time, a break from the rain, and that time that we've needed to really clean up post Milton, and those that continue to clean up still have a good stretch of weather ahead. As we look at the daytime high today, we got up to 81. That's about 3 degrees below the average of 84 for this time of year. And we woke up About 3 degrees below average too at 63 degrees this morning. Some areas in the upper 50s. So when we look at the overall setup, we've been dealing with this really nice mild stretch of weather, and it looks like as we head into the upcoming week, things are going to change just a little bit. But when you compare it to the rest of the nation, we're definitely in a lot better setup with high pressure in place. We have beautiful weather. Temperatures range, I would say, from the central to the eastern and even southeastern United States, anywhere between 57 and up to 78. This is the warmest spot right now in Florida. It's actually in Miami, 78 there. But then we get over to Texas, it's a little bit warmer there in the lower 80s. Looking back to the Pacific Northwest, though, check that out, 52 in Seattle, to 37 in Cheyenne with a mixed precipitation. So that means there's a little bit of sleet along with some rain. We don't have any of that here. In fact, high pressure's in place, so we've been seeing a lot of dry weather. There's some rain to our south. It's going to stay there. As we look live again from our Daytona Toyota DeLand Kia camera, we have that Biketoberfest weekend outlook. Tonight, breezy with 69 degrees. That's your overnight low, warming up to 80 as we head into Saturday, 81 on Sunday with a small chance for rain, around 20%. And it's still going to be windy. Looking at the tropics, I'll show you potential tropical cyclone 15 in just a moment in the northwestern Caribbean. We're looking at Investorm 94L. This one has about a 20% chance of taking on additional development as it moves closer to Hispaniola and the southeastern Bahamas over this weekend. But the upper level winds are just going to shred it apart, so it's not expected to develop any further. So that's the good news there. Meanwhile, potential tropical cyclone 15, as we look here at the 5 o'clock advisory, it's moving to the west-northwest at 7 miles per hour, could strengthen to a tropical storm before it makes landfall in Central America, continues to bring lots of rain through the weekend there, but no threat here to Central Florida. If it gets a name, that name will be Nadine. As we look at the clouds and rain forecast for the rest of this evening, this model continues to try to pop up a little rain here and there. I don't think that's going to happen at all. We start the day tomorrow with plenty of sunshine, still windy, maybe a few sprinkles near the coast, but that's about it. Again, the better chance to see that rain will be on Sunday. So here's a look at your pinpoint accurate forecast.
Your forecast is sponsored by Florida Lottery.
North and west of I-4 will be in the low to mid 60s, mid to upper 60s to low 70s from I-4 back to the east under partly cloudy skies. Let's get you some results and show you your pinpoint accurate 7-day forecast. As we wrap up the weekend, again, that small chance for a coastal shower Sunday and Monday. High temperatures go back up to 84. That's typical for this time of year. 85 midweek all the way through Friday. Overnight lows get a little bit warmer too, Ginger. Upper 60s to low 70s.
We'll still take it. Thank you, Samara. Looks good. Well, we want you to meet Honey, a miniature horse that is having a big impact on Central Florida. She and other horses like her are being specially trained to get results in our hospitals. News 6's Robert Brewer shows us just how big an impact these tiny creatures are having.
This is not a sound you typically hear in a hospital. These are not your typical elevator passengers. Because these are not your typical horses. They're miniature therapy horses, and as you can see, they draw quite a crowd. Though they will pose for pictures, they're here primarily for the patients.
I've never been this close to one this small.
Jenna Gaines has been a patient here off and on since December.
I think it's a great program. It's something to, make everybody smile, whether you feel bad or not.
The program is called Honey's Mini Therapy Adventures.
I appreciate the visit.
Gaines is one of the many patients who get a visit today from Rocket and Dumpling.
He just gives them a couple of minutes just to take their mind off of whatever medical diagnosis, whatever challenges that they're overcoming, and they just get to kind of be present with a horse.
Founder Mary Rose Galley and her mini horses regularly visit schools, nursing homes, and hospitals like Advent Health.
This hospital, Altamont Springs, is the very first hospital that ever let me in the front door. And now we visit over 22 of their campuses. This is the one that started it all.
That's Honey, a gift for her daughter's 2nd birthday.
And we feel like she's a gift that we have the ability to share with everyone.
Galley and Honey began their therapy work in 2018, and since then have added over 15 horses. Most train right here at her farm in Sumter County.
We train the horses at least once a week because they're all at varying levels in the program. This gets them used to different level flooring, like the sound of this can be startling to a horse. You can feel that this is kind of squishy. It's not a solid ground, so some of them can feel a little uneasy on it. Come on. Good boy. There you go.
In Galay's mind, all that training is worth it. Here's a letter she received from Veterans Elementary in Ocala, who's been part of the program for the past 5 years.
Students who have participated in the therapy sessions have shown significant improvements in their emotional well-being. Many staff members have expressed that their interactions with the mini therapy horses have contributed to a more positive and balanced work environment.
How do you feel when you read a letter like that?
It gives me goosebumps. Every part of my body it makes me so happy, and those are the responses that it reiterates and justifies all of the hard work that we've done to get here and all of the obstacles that we've had to overcome. It makes it all worth it.
In Sumter County, Robert Brewer, Getting Results, News 6.
With names like Honey and Dumplin', how can you be sad, right? Now, Honey's Mini Therapy Adventures is a nonprofit organization. For more about their work or for information on how to volunteer, donate, or even sponsor a visit, head on over to clickorlando.com. We're following up with a past Getting Results Award winner. The Conklin Davis Center for the Visually Impaired has been a part of Daytona Beach for more than 40 years now. News 6's Julie Broughton stopped by for their annual White Cane Awareness Day.
Welcome, everyone, to our annual White Cane Awareness Day, and thank you all so much for coming today. It's truly a powerful symbol of mobility and freedom.
Every year in mid-October, guests and clients of the Conklin Davis Center gather to celebrate White Cane Awareness Day.
I think it's really important for the community to recognize that blind and visually impaired people are active members of their community, just like everyone else.
The Daytona Beach Center is a hub of services for the visually impaired. CEO Ronnie David gave me a tour.
This is for life skills where the students learn how to cook here, because eventually they'll be getting their own apartments.
The Conklin Davis Center offers residential living for blind people who have an additional disability. They provide vocational training, job readiness, and job placement.
So we're actually all going to walk to the corner together. So if you want to get behind me, we'll go ahead and walk.
But today was about getting out of the center and onto the street.
So you're going to hold it with your dominant hand.
Guests were given the chance to experience the city blindfolded.
Do you want to try a cane?
I can try. They made it to the intersection of White Street and Dunn Avenue.
White Street. Walk sign is on.
So now you can feel with the cane, you can feel the domes. So if you sweep to your right, so that is an indication that you're up to a street, and it's a warning.
That's where Edie Barreau stepped off the curb.
Okay, it's our turn to go.
And took an act of faith.
You don't know if you're going to trip over something, or you just, yeah, it's a very strange feeling.
But officers were on hand to make sure everyone got across safely.
And you can't pick it up too high, otherwise.
And it was quite the challenge for Volusia County Sheriff Mike Chitwood, too.
And scary. I mean, really, what a relief I could at least take this off and see again. But it is scary, and you really depend on your hearing, and you depend on your person who's training you and teaching you very much on what to do.
It's a very humbling experience to try to navigate the world not being able to see anything.
The white cane is a symbol of blindness and a tool of independence. Today it was also a powerful instrument to help everyone here truly walk in another's shoes.
Walk sign is on, New Cross.
He did very well. He's a good student.
I haven't heard that in quite a while, being a good student, but thank you.
In Daytona Beach, Julie Broughton, Getting Results, News 6.
You know, Sheriff Chitwood put himself in a very vulnerable position just so he can get an idea of what they all experience. What a great idea. Now, David tells us she's excited for a few new programs being introduced at the center, including a cybersecurity training program and an art program. If you know someone getting results, we want to know about them. You can nominate someone you know by going to our website, clickorlando.com. You'll find the form under the menu tab. Go to Contact Us link and remember to choose the Getting Results Award option. You might just see them featured right here in the coming weeks. One of the biggest LGBTQ plus events in Florida is back with a weekend full of events. Come Out with Pride is taking over Lake Eola starting tomorrow at noon, and the party goes on until 10 o'clock at night. Now, this is always a huge event. More than 200,000 people showed up last year. You can learn more tonight on News 6 at 11 o'clock. We'll be right back.
Coming up Monday, early voting underway in parts of Central Florida.
We'll run down just where you can start casting your ballots and the big things election workers say you need to know before you head to the polls.
And your pinpoint weather and traffic every 10 minutes. We'll see you Monday for News 6 Mornings 5 to 7.
We say getting results all the time around here, but it's time to show you exactly what that means.
Monday, October 21st, we're getting results in real time.
And we're taking you along with us. From learning about a problem and how we approach it to the solution and how we got there, we're going to show you in real time the power of this place.
Join us on Monday as we get results in real time on News 6, clickorlando.com, and News 6 Plus.
All right, a heads up for our News 6 insiders. We are just weeks away now from Halloween, and a member of the News 6 team needs your help. Digital editor and theme park guide Haley Coombs is trying to decide the best costume for her son's first Halloween. The choices: dinosaur, dragon, chicken, and lion. Just head on over to clickorlando.com/firsthalloween to cast your vote. Keep that up for a second. Look at how cute the lion is. I think he's actually
I think
roaring.
the chicken is better. I love a good chicken.
Never mind. I'm sorry I asked you. Do you remember what your son was for his first Halloween?
He was a pumpkin.
And what do
I
you
still call him
now?
Pumpkin. He's 25 and I still call him Pumpkin to this day.
I bet he loves it. I bet he loves it.
He says, yes, Mama, I am.
All right. Thank you so much for watching News 6 at 6:30. Stream News 6 online anytime on a News 6 Plus Smart TV app. Have a great weekend.